Welcome back to the So Far So Good podcast, everybody. So glad to be back and talking to you all once again.
We appreciate you tuning in as usual. My name, I believe, is Christopher Coombs.
I'm pretty sure that's correct. And my name is Gaurav Khazanchi.
I'm liking the shirt you're wearing there.
Thanks, bro. It's Mind Society.
Mind Society, represent, hey?
Represent. Shout out to them. I actually listen to their podcast as well.
Ah, very nice. What do they talk about?
It's sort of about the filmmaking because they are creators themselves. Just personal development and just life itself. It's really good, informative stuff.
Yeah, solid. Love it. Love it. Love a bit of filmmaking. Love a bit of life improvement. And let's get into the episode. So far, so good.
All right, so you know how last episode I was persistent in telling you that the Survivor contestants, Survivor, the TV show, get fed off camera.
Oh, you've Googled it, haven't you?
Okay, so...
He searched it up. He spent the whole week trying to prove himself right.
It's not even about proving... Because once this happened, I just laughed and I kind of forgot about the whole reason I Googled this in the first place.
Yeah.
So we finished recording, we went home, it was all good. And then I was like, I've got to Google this. So I started Googling. Do Survivor contestants get... And you know how Google has suggested searches?
Yeah.
So the first one that popped up... Okay, so just once again, I typed in, do Survivor contestants get... And I was obviously going to finish off saying, fed off camera.
Yeah.
Do Survivor contestants get fed off camera? Do they get food when they're starving?
Yes, I get it.
Okay, so I was going to type, do Survivor contestants get fed off camera?
Yes.
But I got to get. So do Survivor contestants get? And the first search result suggestion was, get sunscreen. Anyway.
You know what? That's funny, but I've actually wondered it myself, and I'm sure they do.
I'm sure... I'm not
sure
even
they do.
worried. I'm sure they do. It's a big thing, it's a safety thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe them getting sunscreen more than them getting food. But after seeing that, I laughed so much that I forgot why I started Googling in the first place.
Oh,
and
really?
I just didn't even
And you
bother
forgot about
checking.
it?
Well, I didn't really forget. I was just like, I'm satisfied. That's funny
okay.
enough.
Yeah,
So,
well, we might possibly search it up in the meantime and do a bit of research, I reckon. But I've got to find... I'm still searching of what's going to be the best season for you to actually watch.
To start off
for
with?
your first season, yeah.
And how many episodes in the season, approx?
Oh, only like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad. But I'm not going to give you the first season because Survivor evolved, So the first season was all about a bit like, not sure what we're doing here. And kind of like, you could really tell they were like, figuring it out as they go.
Yeah.
But then you see from like, I don't know, season 5 or 6 onwards, they've just, like the host has got it down pat. Jeff Probst. He's an absolute beast.
Yeah.
He's the best host there is.
He sounds good. He's
the best host there is.
I don't know who he is.
Tell me who's a good host
that
you know.
Grant Denyer.
What? That's not even comparable.
What?
Not even. No, I'm telling you now, not even comparable.
Okay, what about Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey's pretty good, although he sometimes reads out the wrong name. Imagine he goes, and the fourth person voted out is Gaurav. Oh, wait, no.
Man, I wish I understood the reference.
Because he reads out the votes when
No,
they're getting voted
I get
out.
that, but the fourth person, did that mean something? But besides the point. But what I want to get back to is, I usually, especially these days, I think in the last year or so, if I don't know the answer to a question, I'll Google it straight away if I can. But what I've found is, with the questions we have lingering in the podcast, I'm not as urgent to Google it. And
because
I like the sort of suspense. It's there hanging.
Yeah.
And I like it.
And then half the time we forget about it.
Yeah.
And our listeners never listen to us again because we never go back to it.
But I like it when our listeners message us saying, the answer to this question
exactly.
is this.
And then it saves us Googling it.
Saves us Googling
So our
it.
listeners are pretty much our Google.
Yeah. You guys are... We just have to hope that they are reliable resources. Because,
we trust our listeners.
We trust you guys. Like we said many times in many episodes, you are our favourite people.
That's right.
We love you the most.
Although we do love everyone.
We love everyone no matter what.
We love you a little bit more.
But then again, your environment changes your perception.
Well, that's right. But on the other
Get
hand...
out of here. We're not starting this again.
But on the other hand, There's only one thing we know for sure: the sun will
Sun
rise and the
rises,
sun will
and
set.
Yes, exactly right. Something that made me very excited. I saw the new trailer for the new Godzilla.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Lion King for a second.
Oh no, we've.
But
talked
I know
about that.
you've
I've seen that.
already seen that.
This was the full trailer of Godzilla King of
Really?
the Monsters.
I
Yeah.
haven't even seen that advertised.
You've seen? Remember when we watched the first Godzilla?
Mm.
Well, not the first one, the one in 2014.
Yeah.
We went to IMAX. There was like
Yep.
20 of us.
Yep.
This big group went to IMAX to see Godzilla, and it was fantastic.
It was.
I love
It's
Godzilla
amazing.
so much. I can't put in words how excited I was for that movie, and I'm just as excited for this movie.
So when's this one proposed to be released?
This year. I think it's the end of this year for Australia.
Wow, okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah. Don't take
Solid.
my word for it, but it's sometime this year.
No, but we've got a good year coming up for movies.
We
We've got
do.
we've got Lion King. We've
Yep.
got the Pokemon. We've now got Godzilla.
We've got Aladdin, the live action Aladdin.
Yeah,
You're not excited for that?
I'll watch it, but I don't
You said
think
the
I've
same
even.
thing about Lion King.
I don't. No. But Lion King, like I know everything about it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've even watched Aladdin, to be honest.
the animated one.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
are
sure.
missing out, man.
Not sure.
Well,
I know he sits on like a floating carpet.
It was.
Doesn't
It
he?
was. Yeah. Well, not always. It was only. I would just, for relativity, say it was only a few years ago when you watched Tarzan for the first time in your life.
No way.
Okay, like 10 years, but that was the first time you watched Tarzan in your life.
Wait, Tarzan, the
As in
animated one.
The Disney one.
I watched it when I was a kid.
Yeah, but when you were an older kid.
No. When I was a kid, I watched it.
So that was the only one you watched when you were a kid then.
What do you mean?
Because your love for Tarzan is way more than any other Disney movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a reason?
Well, I like the whole thing that, he lives in this jungle with animals, and I used to play the video game growing up, man.
Oh, yeah. Remember when we got the video game again?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tim Coombs. We used his PlayStation.
Yeah, shout outs. It's actually a pretty tough game.
Yeah, we
Quite
couldn't
a
get
tough
past
game.
the second level.
Don't tell everyone that.
We eventually obviously got past it.
Yeah, no, but it's pretty tough. Would be fun to play again, actually.
Yeah.
But
Let's bring it back
no,
out.
I love Tarzan. I played the game. I watched it many times, but I was obviously Lion King was probably the number one.
Really?
Yeah, my
Okay.
mum used to read the book to me
Yeah. Same.
when I was a very young kid.
I'd have to say I think we both equally love Tarzan. We have a lot
Nah, I probably. Oh, actually, yeah, it's pretty even.
of yeah.
It's pretty even.
We watched. Remember that time we watched it about 6 times in a week.
Definitely.
Shout
Definitely.
out to Tarzan.
So when we were in high school, and we used to go out to parties and get drunk without our parents knowing, and then I'd come back to Gaurav's house, and my parents didn't know I was drinking. We'd just probably sneak into Gaurav's room, so no one knew. And every single time, we'd be watching Tarzan.
Yeah, we just
we'd
stuck on
only get-
Tarzan.
And we'd only get through the first 20 minutes before falling asleep. Every time.
Man.
So we've got to say, we know the first 20 minutes really well.
Did you see the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer, live action?
No, but I've heard...
Have you heard about it?
I'm pretty sure I've heard it like in the background on the TV or something, but
Okay.
I haven't actually seen it.
But have you heard the story surrounding it?
Nah.
Okay, so this live action Sonic the Hedgehog
Wait,
trailer
spoilers.
came out.
No,
Don't
I'm
worry, it's all out. It's out in the open. This trailer came out, and then they obviously show Sonic the Hedgehog in the trailer,
Yeah.
and he looks nothing like
Really?
the game.
No way.
Well, not nothing. You look at him, he looks like a weird human version of Sonic the Hedgehog. It looks a bit funny.
So what's it supposed to... Like, what's the story meant to be?
I don't know the story. I didn't really watch the whole trailer, but the internet went crazy on
How bad it was?
how bad Sonic looked.
Yeah.
They were trashing it. They were insulting.
It was only a
all
game,
around.
right?
Yeah, it was only a game.
Yeah, it was
Game.
only
It was a
ever
cartoon.
game.
It was a cartoon as
Oh,
well.
it was a cartoon.
Remember
yeah,
the
that's
Sonic
right.
and Knuckles and
Yep.
all those?
Yep.
Anyway, what's actually going to happen? Because of all this feedback from the internet, the producers and directors of the movie are going to make major changes to the character's look.
No way.
Yeah, they're
so
actually
they're going to
listening.
refilm so much stuff.
Well, probably not refilm that. They just need to change the look of the character, which...
But if they've already filmed half the movie...
Yeah, but it's an animated character.
Oh, okay. I got
It's
you.
not some guy in a suit.
Well, I mean, yeah. No, I get you. But it's not like... Yeah, okay.
Well, they
I
didn't
get you.
train a real hedgehog like they train real lions for the Lion King. It's okay. Actually, on that note, I just want to let you all know, Chris never had a laugh.
What do you mean?
You never had a proper laugh.
Nah,
you
I
say this
just-
yourself as well.
Yeah, okay.
I would say this time, actually, it's only been a few years since
Nah,
you've actually had a
The
laugh.
thing was, I was too focused on certain things that I didn't have time to laugh. You know what I mean?
What? So when you found something, what do you mean?
When I found something funny, I would smile, but then I'm still focused on what I'm currently doing at the time. you
No,
know?
you would laugh, and this would be Chris's laugh. So Chris would say a joke, Chris is Gaurav at this time, and I'm Chris. Gaurav would tell me a joke, and Chris would laugh like, yeah, 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 yeah. It's like he was just trying to breathe. But it's only been recently since he's found his laugh, and it makes me really happy.
Wow, that was so cute. This guy's blushing so much.
Going, you're
Nah, but you know what? Like, I've learned that things can be funny. You know?
your
I've
favorite
learned
genre
that-
of movie is comedy.
Yeah, that's alright. Sorry.
Yeah,
You can find something funny but not laugh.
I agree.
No, but you laugh at you
No,
laugh
I
at
laugh
sad
at-
things.
what? What are you talking about? No, I get teary in sad things, unlike you heartless person.
Wow.
You didn't get teary in Toy Story 3.
It was a happy ending.
It
Why am I
was
going to cry when something's
touching.
happy?
How many times the people are going to think we're listening to the same episode again? Because of the amount of times we've talked about this.
Oh.
But the point is, he's now got to laugh, and it's a really good thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's
I've
good
al-
for society, and yeah,
Everyone's going to be like conscious of your laugh now. They're going to be listening to
I
your
know.
laugh.
Don't listen to my laugh because it's not a good one.
It's a new one.
It's not a good one compared
Just
to
remember,
Gaurav's.
it's a fresh new laugh.
Yeah, Gaurav has the most iconic laugh. So if you really hear, if you hear a laugh and you think, and you laugh hearing that laugh, you know it's obviously Gaurav.
Well, this episode started with laughing, so it helps.
yeah, very true. But no, it's good. But yeah, no, my laugh's not very good.
Now, I
I'm
want
working on it. I'm working on it.
No,
Give
no,
me that.
it'll come naturally. I just want to say it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I know you've given up on Game of Thrones,
Mm.
but I just want to give a shout out to the world. Something's happened this year. It's a good thing. There's actually not that many spoilers on the internet.
Yeah.
Accidental spoilers. Something's just happened. I feel like it was a whole thing with Endgame and the last season of Game of Thrones. I think people are being a bit more nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Something's happened.
But even when I've seen like comments on videos and posts on Facebook and things like that, people even comment saying, "Read below, but spoiler alert."
Yeah.
So even though they're discussing in the comments, it's like the replies to the comments, which
Yeah.
is really good.
Well, did you hear about? I think it was in China. I may be wrong, but someone walked out of the movie theater and yelled out all the Endgame spoilers, and he got beaten up.
What?
And I feel like he deserved that.
What an idiot. That's just not even like a funny thing or satisfying thing at
No,
all.
not at all. Not at all. But what my point is, I feel like maybe apart from that man, the world has been pretty nice.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, people say social media has ruined society. But when you see things like this, you just got to think like social media, I mean, okay, it's mostly ruined society, but there's some good things to it.
honestly don't know what you're talking about. What good
No,
things?
because you know how like spoilers is such a big thing.
Yeah.
So it's being posted all over social media like how bad spoilers are.
Yeah.
So now, because of all this
Stigma.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
around it on social media and everyone's seeing it because everyone's on social media,
Yeah.
everyone is now aware of it.
Yeah, but everyone was already aware of it. The people that spoil things for people,
Yeah, but they obviously weren't as aware as they are now.
No, because they spoil it deliberately.
Yeah, but people aren't really spoiling
Spoiling.
spoiling it deliberately as much
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
And that's
yeah.
because of social media. Because
don't-
social media has pumped people are pumping it out on social media.
But they've been pumping out from the start. But
And podcasts, like our episode of spoilers.
yeah, maybe we've changed the world already.
Shout outs.
Shout out to So Far So Good.
So far, so good. And I can tell you two nice people that we do know,
Yes.
which is Ellie and Nina.
Shout out. They just got married and we love them so much.
That's right. We went to their wedding on the weekend.
Yeah, they got married.
Congratulations. It was actually quite a nice wedding.
Yeah, slightly different because of their traditions.
Yeah, that's right. So Ellie is Vietnamese and Nina is Cambodian.
Yeah, so it was a really cute little intertwining cultural bonding.
Yeah. Session of saying I do.
In different languages, so it was very entertaining.
Very entertaining. The MC was actually quite amazing when you mentioned the different languages.
Man, he was a multi-talented human being.
So this guy was literally saying every speech he did in two languages.
Yeah.
So he'd say the Vietnamese one like really quickly because there was, I guess, there wasn't as many people that could only speak Vietnamese.
Yeah.
So he was saying the Vietnamese stuff like really quick, and then he'd go into English and say it in English,
and vice
and
versa.
he'd switch up straight away.
Yeah, and you could tell he was even saying the jokes in both languages.
Yeah.
Because he'd laugh when he said the English one, and then he'd say the Viet version, and then laugh as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I know what you said.
Yeah, but such an upbeat character.
Yeah.
Confident.
He could
happy.
sing as well.
Yeah, he could sing. So he started actually singing a Vietnamese song. I'm pretty sure it was Vietnamese.
Yeah.
His voice was actually insane when you really think about it.
Yeah, he was a professional all around.
Yeah. And then he came across to our table and he was singing that song.
Oh, no, he was
What song
singing
was
what's that singer's name that sings that song? No, not Stevie Wonder, the other one. Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
Lionel Richie?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, I got confused with that Stevie Wonder song and that Lionel Richie song.
Yeah, it's the song that goes, I love you.
Yeah, anyway, so our friend Dayan got to sing the bit. I love you.
So he sung right up to that bit, gave the microphone to him, and as tone deaf as Dayan is, he belted it straight out, didn't he?
We were all so proud of him,
Yeah.
and we showed that pride with our laughs.
It was pretty awesome. But another thing about the MC, I was having a quick chat to him outside actually.
Were you really?
In between.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy getting in.
And yeah, I was just having a quick chat to him, and he was talking about how he loved singing, and there was this Vietnamese song that he first heard, which he loved, and that's what got him to start singing, because it had like true meaning. Because obviously songs back in the day had real meaning, unlike now.
Gucci gang, Gucci
Gucci
gang.
gang, Gucci gang. I was thinking the same.
There is a gang named Gucci. There is a gang named Gucci.
Yeah, so none of that. More meaningful music and things like that, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And he was just saying how, Beyonce and Adele, they, continue to improve every single day, no matter how at their peak they are.
Yeah.
And obviously he said, I'm not on their level, but at least I'm still continuing to improve every day, which is awesome.
Oh, what a deep guy.
And what I said to him was, I'm like, man, you probably get 2 weddings every weekend. And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty much booked out every weekend.
Wow.
Because, man, he can sing. He's got the charisma to actually go around to the crowd throughout the wedding, not just doing the emceeing, which is pretty awesome.
He was even doing a bit of DJing.
Yeah, he was actually.
He was.
Yeah, when he noticed people weren't dancing, he changed song and people got up and danced.
Yeah.
No offense, hopefully the DJ doesn't listen, but I think the MC was a better DJ. But what else? Another iconic thing he told me was, he said he came to Australia when he was 4.
Yeah.
And this is his quote.
Okay.
He's like, I was one of the boat people.
Oh, okay.
How crazy is that?
He's
come from literally nothing. And
yeah.
now he's just doing weddings every weekend.
Inspirational.
Seriously amazing. And he said, if he had time, he would learn more languages, because then he'd
more.
Well, he only knows English and Vietnamese.
Yeah.
But if he learnt more, he'd have weddings every single day.
Yeah. Exactly.
But he said it's a bit too much to take on.
And Vietnamese is a hard language.
Yeah.
It's
Vietnamese sounds so hard.
There's so many. Yeah. I remember watching this 10-minute video on how to speak Vietnamese, and I got none of it. He was explaining the characters and how to read it, what it means, and how, because your tone of voice like matters so much. We have a lot of friends that speak Viet, and you hear them talk, and it's the high pitch and the low pitch. And you have to go like ascending or descending, and what a hard language.
But it's it's just amazing, like so inspirational, his story.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he only told me a little bit, but
That's a good
just
story.
the fact that he came from nothing and where he is now, And he owned that wedding, man. He owned that wedding.
Took charge.
Yeah.
Did you get his number?
I wish, man. I wish.
We can bring him on the potty as a guest.
Yeah, possibly.
Second guess.
Possibly. But yeah, the wedding was pretty awesome. How good was the food? I mean, Gaurav's fake vegetarian.
I'm
which you
a
all
real
know.
vegetarian man.
So he ordered vegetarian meal.
Yeah, because I'm a veggie.
Even though he tried a bit of everything.
I did try a little bit of everything. Curiosity, man. There's too many. My motto for food is there are too many things to taste in the world to be 100% limited.
But anyway, as I was saying to this fake vegetarian over here, we had some seafood, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Did you get to try it?
I tried the lobster. I think that was the first time I had a proper taste of, like, a proper chunk of lobster.
Yeah. And actually, the MC was saying that the catering is the fanciest Vietnamese catering in Melbourne? He said that. I mean, I don't know. It might be true, might not be. But the food was amazing.
Yeah. And you know what surprised me?
What surprised you?
You finally did the thing, which was watch Avengers Endgame.
Oh yeah, that's right. I packed 3 meals. I got my blanket. Man, it was a long movie. I'm telling you.
So, like Chris said last week, the day after we recorded that episode, he actually went and saw Endgame. So you must have got tickets, obviously.
Yeah.
So, what did you think?
Look, it was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing as what other people are saying, though.
Okay.
I personally think.
Okay, I know people are saying it's the greatest movie they've ever seen in their life.
Which is completely not true.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
I mean, to some people, maybe it is.
Okay, I think it was a very good ending to the series. But I'm not saying it's I think it's just the excitement because it's been 11 years of this really, and it's pretty much been 11 years leading up to this.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of, I think it's more of the
ending
emotional.
Was good, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I don't know. The hype was way more than what I actually thought it ended up being.
Yeah, but you also haven't seen the other 21 movies.
Yeah, I have.
All 21 you have not. You said that last episode.
Most of them.
You've seen Captain America and the 2 Avengers.
Yeah, exactly.
And Black Panther.
No, I've seen like Spider-Man and the Hulk. What else is there? I've seen actually.
You've probably seen about half.
Yeah.
But you weren't as invested, hey?
I wasn't as invested, but I also was particularly paying attention because I knew we would talk about it. And I particularly did pay attention in Infinity War because I actually enjoyed that. That was actually a really good movie.
Oh, yeah.
The one previous to this one.
Did you like Infinity War more than...
Yeah.
I think
definitely.
Infinity War... See, I'll put them on par, but I think Infinity War it just beats it. It just beats it.
Yeah.
Because when I watched Infinity War, I was thinking, this is amazing. He's such a good villain. His whole motive is so like, oh man, he's not just taking over the world just because he actually has his own personal reasons and
exactly
all that. He was a solid villain.
Yeah.
A really good villain. Actually, I was talking to some friends. You know which other villain I really like?
Which one?
Davy Jones.
Yeah,
from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite characters.
I just like him because of what he looks like.
He looks
so
cool. But when you see the way he looks and then the way his character is, you don't expect that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, it's done so well. What a top-notch actor Bill Nye.
Yeah, definitely.
But because he's got such a deep history and his reasonings. He's not just crazy for the sake of crazy. Like that's another story. We can talk about that next time.
Yeah, but I know what you mean, like relating to Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. I think that's why I felt like I liked Infinity War more because there was more about the whole movie was him telling us what he was doing.
The thing with Infinity War is the story. The storyline was so much better. Do you want to get do we want to get into Endgame, the parts we didn't like first?
Okay, sure.
All right.
Okay. Spoilers, right? Guys, just if you haven't seen Endgame...
Probably should have said this earlier.
No, we were just talking about Infinity War. But
yeah.
If you haven't seen Endgame, spoiler alert, because we're not about
Avengers
to spoil
Endgame.
Life. Avengers Endgame.
It does go for 3 hours, so just make sure you bring your camp chair, your tent. Just be prepared.
You've never seen an Indian movie before, have you? They go for like 4 hours. You also okay. There have been ones that go for 4 hours.
That's
but
ridiculous.
3 hours is pretty normal in their life. But
Yeah,
when
okay.
you watch an Indian movie in the movies, there's an intermission that goes for 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, in the actual cinema.
yeah, in the cinema.
Wow.
So it's very
That's
convenient.
crazy.
Go pee, go buy some food, chill, make a phone call, anything.
That'd actually be pretty smart to get more candy bar sales.
They do that here as well with the Bollywood movies. So they follow
okay.
the whole intermission tradition.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
So spoilers for Endgame if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame coming up.
Spoilers, and let's get into it.
So what did you not like about
So
Avengers Endgame?
overall, I didn't like the story being about time travel.
I also did not expect it to be time travel. I thought it would be something to do with the stones. But I get it.
I thought it would be more about like figuring out like a way to take power of the stones even though they don't have them, or finding another way to actually get the stones. Just another like a continuation of the storyline.
Okay.
But it was kind of like, I mean, come on, time travel. Like, it's a cool in theory, but it's been done so many times, and it's like, to me, seems like they ran out of ideas, and it's like not very original.
Okay. Fair enough. I know. I didn't expect time travel, and when they first mentioned it, I thought.
When they first mentioned it, I was seriously like, you got to be joking, right?
I was just worried because time travel stories always have loopholes. There's
Yeah.
loopholes and plot holes, because then you think, wait, then if this happened, then how did this happen? And I know they kind of gave that explanation with the Hulk saying it's not like in movies, because if you go into the past, then that's now your future. Something. He explains that thing, and it sort of it checks out.
But they obviously explained that because they knew the criticism was coming. It still doesn't take away from the fact that the idea was time travel.
I know
Like,
what you mean.
it's,
I know
you
what
know?
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, they still did the movie well, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just didn't like that the story was time travel. Kind of put me off from the start.
Okay.
A little bit.
So
A little bit.
but you don't like movies anyway in general. So.
No, I love movies that I'm actually paying attention to.
Okay. So apart from time travel, the overarching story being time travel, was there anything else you didn't like?
A few things. I've actually got a bit of a list.
Whoa.
Well, the fact that they did time travel, it then made like the fight scene at the end. I mean, it's like kind of repeating, but adding a few things. You know what I mean? It's
As
like
in repeating Infinity War.
yeah, like
Okay.
repeating like the fight.
Yeah.
There's obviously, they used parts of the fight that's already happened, and then they've obviously just added parts in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I'm not that big of a fan of time travel, because it's like, oh, yeah, I get it. It's kind of like we're redoing the ending of Infinity War, but we're just changing it. I don't know.
But then
It's a bit
that
strange.
becomes the point of the story.
I get, I know, I get
Okay,
that.
so
but
you're
that's
pretty much
like, from the start, I don't like the idea of it being time travel.
Okay, I know what you mean.
I also didn't like how Scarlett Johansson's character died. That was pretty bad,
I
because
didn't
it was
expect
not
that.
dramatic at all.
Dude,
It
that was
kinda
pretty
just-
dramatic.
Nah. She just fell off a cliff, man.
Yeah, but like he caught her, and then she caught him, and then they were like pushing each other, and then she fell off.
and that was just a weird moment, because isn't he like married?
Yeah,
It was almost like as if they're in love.
there's something. I
Something
can't remember. No, there's something with her and the Hulk, but I think there was something. Don't quote me on this. There'll be some.
There's probably some hardcore fans that know what's going on there.
Yes,
But
explain.
even that, I was like, kind of like, what's going on here? And then she kind of just falls off the cliff, and I'm kind of like, man, really?
But that's how you get the Soul Stone. Remember in Infinity War when he chucks
Yeah.
Gamora off.
Yeah.
Spoilers. We've already warned.
Well,
I'm
I mean,
just
if you haven't
nervous.
watched that, you shouldn't be listening to this anyway. Another one. Oh, what about Captain America's one-liners? Did you notice them?
Yeah, but he always has one-liners.
But they're so bad.
Which do you have any specific ones?
I can't remember exactly, but I'll kind of paint a bit of a picture here.
Okay.
It's like a serious, scene, and they're really talking about, Thanos, and they're talking about, how strong he is and how hard he is to overpower.
Yeah.
And then it's like getting towards the end of the scene, and someone will say, I'm a bit worried. I don't think we can beat Thanos. And then the camera will like pan to Captain America, and then it will be a pause, and he'll just be like looking into the distance, and he'll be like, that's so true. And that's it. It's like they make everything he says dramatic. And he if you really like watch like if you really notice, he always says the last sentence in the scene.
Yeah, he's like that. He is like this sort of bland kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like he's always been like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also think it's because of his look. He's got that like movie star look to him. Like
Okay.
his skin's all like clean and like he's obviously a good looking guy.
Yeah.
But I think that's the whole thing.
Just keeping him basic.
Just keeping him as the like, hardcore.
Or like the
actor
grounded
look.
sort of.
Yeah.
Like it's my
Yeah.
final word.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just
you didn't
all
like
those
that.
one-liners.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking like this is cringe, man. Like what he's saying, like he's saying like pretty much nothing. Like it means nothing, but he's saying it in such a serious way.
Okay.
And it's like a serious end to the scene.
Yep.
And then it goes into the next scene.
All right.
I don't know if anyone else noticed that, but that's what I was thinking.
I'm sure people have noticed that. Okay.
All right, if you rewatch, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I do want to watch it again and look at all these little
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Okay, another one.
What were your thoughts on the Hulk like merging
Oh,
the person and the
Professor Hulk.
Hulk?
There's like a comic storyline, Professor Hulk.
Ah,
and
okay.
He's like that. I liked it a lot actually. I was a big fan
It was interesting.
because I feel like remember in Infinity War how there was no Hulk because he was so mad that he got beaten by Thanos and he wasn't coming out.
He couldn't. Yeah.
I feel like it was a good makeup because they gave us a lot of Hulk now. But I missed like Raging Hulk.
Yeah.
In the fight scenes and all that, I missed him being Hulk.
Yeah.
So, but I did enjoy him being Professor Hulk.
I had mixed what's the word?
Mixed feelings?
Mixed reviews.
Okay.
I had mixed reviews from the people that I've spoken to. Some people liked it.
Yeah.
Some people thought, it was a bit silly. Like they
Yeah.
wanted the real, big strong Hulk.
Yeah.
Because he's just the Hulk's such an iconic character.
Yeah.
If you take that, it's kind of taking it away.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like it's the human, but he's just strong.
Okay.
It's not really the Hulk anymore, don't you reckon?
I know what you mean. Like
Because he is the human,
yeah,
but
he's just like a
strong.
big human.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I kind of liked it.
Okay.
And I think they had to do that to keep the Hulk in it because of what happened. What you were saying happened in Infinity War.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and people have also said they liked the way it was done because then it wasn't sort of overpowered Hulk. You know how he's sort of OP.
Yeah,
and he just goes rage and all that. So people have said that's the reason they like it
Yeah,
too.
so he's more grounded, smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What else
solid.
did you not like?
That's probably all I didn't like.
Okay, that's
From what I noted down.
That's decent.
I'd have to watch it again to think of more, but
to think of more things you didn't like.
nah, because you it's good to like analyze. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good to analyze.
Yeah.
How do you think about the way they wrapped everything up?
Oh, so the ending.
Yeah.
I really like the ending.
Yeah, I like.
From
the
what
ending.
you were telling me the other week,
Yeah.
not last week, the week before.
I didn't tell
'Cause
you
were
the ending.
no. We were just saying like we were talking about the lead up to it.
Yeah.
So you were saying about how Tony Stark was like kind of the starter of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really liked that he died fighting for the Avengers, and that like the whole because this is the last Avengers, right?
Yeah,
You would
like is it
presume.
the last one in this phase or
Yeah.
yeah.
So I kind of liked that he died, because it sums up the whole Avengers. Like he started it, and now he's fought to kind of win, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he died, and everyone's there at his funeral, loving him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Wasn't that big of a fan of how he died though.
Oh,
Kinda
like
just-
using the stones.
Kind of just happened like out of nowhere.
Wait, as in the reason he died or the whole death scene?
I get the reason that he died.
Yeah.
But it kind of, I don't know, did it seem like it happened too quickly?
No, I felt like it was sort of expected. Like when he went to get the stones, I thought, okay, if he does actually click it himself, he's going to die. Because you
Yeah.
saw what happened to the Hulk.
Yeah.
And in Infinity War, you saw what happened to Thanos.
Yep.
And Thanos obviously didn't die because he's such a beast.
Yeah.
And the Hulk didn't die because he's such a beast. But
Yep.
if he's just a human, he's 100% going to die.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really surprised or taken aback by that.
Mm.
So it was.
Yeah, I
actually-
just thought like it kind of happened a bit too quickly.
Okay.
Like I get that Scarlett Johansson's character died, I guess medium medium speed.
Have you forgotten her name because you keep calling her Scarlett Johansson's character?
Nah, because I don't
Black
even.
Widow.
Yeah.
You forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember now.
But I feel like they should have dragged out Tony Stark's death a bit more, so it gave you a bit more, put a bit more emotions.
Okay, so you mean the bit when,
viewers?
because he didn't really have any last words, hey? Well, he kind of did, but
Well, he's
It
the
was-
kind
it
of
was-
guy that I feel like he's the kind of guy that doesn't need last words
yeah.
because he just does what he needs to do.
Man,
You know?
looked into him. Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty emotional when Pepper was like, "You can rest now," and all that. I found it was really good because he, even in that movie, he got his whole second chance, had a family with his daughter and all.
Yeah.
So I thought they really did like show him getting that second chance.
Yep.
That he always talked about and all.
Yeah,
that.
and it's good that they did that so that they could then end it being at like his house in the woods,
yeah,
which is pretty awesome. Imagine living there; that'd be so cool.
yeah. I know.
Be amazing.
With the half the human population. God.
What were your thoughts on the wrap up of it?
I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
Happy with it.
Yeah.
Even Captain America, and how he passed on the shield to Falcon. That was really cool. Because there's this in the comics. There's stories where he's takes over Captain America. There's also stories where the Winter Soldier takes over. So it's cool. I expected him to obviously pass the shield on, or someone to just take over. But I like how he didn't just. I actually expected him to die
As well.
in the main war or something.
Okay.
I didn't think he'd be wrapped up. So I didn't mind how he sort of got said goodbye to.
Yeah.
So.
And what were your thoughts on Thor, the Thor character?
Oh, I actually found that very entertaining. I didn't expect it. I was pretty surprised by that.
I was quite surprised.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was entertaining and all that stuff throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Although I had a friend tell me during the week that they thought kind of ruined the character a bit because Thor was always such a boss.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
never
yeah.
like really goofy. Like
Yeah,
really?
he kind of became goofy, I think, from Ragnarok. Okay,
Okay.
the third Thor movie.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. I don't know. That movie was pretty much a comedy movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I see what people mean when they say that they've just kind of made him a comic relief character, and he is actually a super powerful character.
Yeah. And that's why I had a few people saying that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was entertaining, but I
Yeah.
can see that point of view.
Because
So you can kind of see it both ways.
Because so many people love that character, so
Yeah.
I can understand if they.
And they love him as a boss because
Yeah.
he's so strong. Like he's the only one that can pick up
Yeah.
the hammer.
Yeah.
Is it a hammer?
Yeah, it's a hammer.
Yeah, sure.
Mjolnir. That's what it's named.
Is it?
Spelt like MJ something.
Yeah. Well,
What do you think about Cap picking up the hammer? I thought that was
Um,
one of the best like parts in the fight.
it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Because you know how they teased it in Age of Ultron?
Nah.
So there's this scene in Avengers Age of Ultron where they're all just laughing and joking, and Thor's saying, just taunting him, trying to pick up the hammer. And then Captain America goes for it, and it wiggles a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do remember that now.
So they kind of teased it there, and then he picks up. I thought it was a very full-on, very cool scene.
yeah,
I was very excited when that happened.
it was pretty intense.
Yeah.
I actually didn't expect it. I didn't. See
I
it
didn't
coming.
expect it happening either, but I was very happy when
It
I
was
saw
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Bit of teamwork,
teamwork, man, teamwork.
Team makes.
But I team makes the what?
I was gonna say, teamwork makes the dream work.
You almost messed up though. I didn't mind what they did to Thor. It was okay. I wasn't mad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not mad, but I can see both points of view.
I actually thought when he'd get his full armor back on in that scene that he'd just magically become shredded again because he's a god, he can do anything. But he stayed with the gun and stuff.
I think he liked it.
Yeah,
He likes
I
to
think
be
he
on
liked
there.
it. He was comfy, man. He was
I reckon he's
comfy.
into Great Northern.
Yeah.
Well, he's from Phillip Island,
Yeah. Oh, true.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out.
Australia represents.
Australia. So Phillip Island's very close to Melbourne.
Mm.
It's what, 1 hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we pretty much live with Chris Hemsworth
Yeah, pretty much. We see him like every now and then.
every now and then on the screens.
I'll tell you what was something I thought was like quite funny in the movie.
Yeah.
Was like after the full massive fight, Peter Parker, he
Yeah.
just goes back to school. He literally just walks into school and sees his friend.
And it would be like 5 years later, right? So wouldn't they be graduated?
Well, yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Well, but I think they're going to address all that in the new Spider-Man.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, there's
But
something...
it's just so funny. Like, he just goes back to school. Like, he's literally a kid.
He is a kid. I think he's the best Spider-Man.
You reckon?
So, yeah, out of the three.
Interesting.
Yeah. You disagree?
I disagree, man.
Which one do you like?
I don't like him being a kid, man. I really don't.
But he is a kid. He's a teenager.
I like the one... Oh... I don't even know who the actor was. I know exactly what he looks like.
Was it the second series or the first one?
Oh, man.
Andrew Garfield?
Possibly.
You're not talking about Tobey Maguire, the first Spider-Man movies.
Nah, it's not the first one. No. Tobey Maguire.
The first one?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was awesome. Man, do you remember that scene where he's upside down, she takes his mask off and they're like kissing in the rain?
Yeah.
How romantic, man.
It's pretty romantic. But that's not the point. I think Tom Holland plays a good Spider-Man and a good Peter Parker.
Well, we all have our opinions.
Yeah, our environment affects our decisions and our opinions and the taste of beer.
Very true.
But, we got sort of nothing right in our... Remember when we did that little segment?
Yeah, what did we say? We said Spider-Man died?
Well, you said Spider-Man died. I knew it wasn't going to die, dude. This new Spider-Man movie's coming out.
I just did it for the lols, man.
Yeah, it was for the lols, but it was all about...
Did we get anything right?
Yeah, it was the end game of some people's lives in the movie.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think everything was kind of about be grateful for what you have.
Very true.
It kind of worked out.
But overall, with Avengers Endgame, I'm happy with the ending.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied.
I didn't really have any major complaints, really.
I'm satisfied, but I'd still say I did like Infinity War better.
That's fair enough. I'll accept your opinion.
Do you agree? Well, you pretty much said that before, yeah.
So, yeah.
Good, we're on the same page.
Well done.
Wow.
3, 2, 1 is needed.
No need for that.
So let us know what you guys thought about Avengers Endgame. I'm sure most of you have seen it if it's already made $2 billion. But, in case you haven't, we hope you didn't listen to the second half of this episode because it's full of spoilers.
And if you're still listening, no one's still listening.
No one's still listening, man. We don't
Unless
want to be one
they
of those
skip
people.
to the end just to hear the intro, which we respect.
Maybe we'll timestamp when the spoilers start and end.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Could be done. But keep updated. Keep updated on our Instagram. Keep listening to our episodes. Keep talking to us. We love hearing from you all.
Once again, thank you guys so much for listening to the So Far So Good podcast, and we'll catch you next time.
Later.